Today I want to share something I'm truly fascinated by: how babies learn language and what we as adults can learn from them to master English faster. I'm a mom and my son is 5 years old. He's growing up bilingual, English and Russian. And watching him learn language from zero has honestly been one of the most eye-opening English lessons of my life. And today, I'm going to break down what babies do naturally when they learn language and how you can copy those strategies to think in English, speak more naturally, and stop translating in your head. If you ever thought, I wish I could learn English like a child, then this video is for you. Let's start. When babies are born, they don't say a single word. They do one thing first: they listen. Constantly, for months and months, they just absorb sounds. They don't understand every word at first. Everything sounds like one long blah 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 speech. You probably remember this feeling. If you ever traveled abroad or listened to a native English for the first time, it all sounded like one continuous sound, right? No clear words, no breaks. I had that exact experience when I moved to Germany. I heard one long stream of German, blah, 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 and I couldn't separate anything. But something magical happens when you keep listening. Your brain slowly learns to separate sounds, then words, and then whole sentences. And when that happened to me, when I suddenly understood where one German word ends and the next begins, it felt amazing. That was the first moment I thought, yes, my brain is adapting. So what does this mean for you? Before speaking fluently in English, you need to listen a lot, let your brain hear the rhythm, melody, flow of English. Podcasts, YouTube movies, conversations. Even if you don't understand everything at first, stay with it, because you'll know you are improving when you can separate words naturally, before you even know all the meanings. That's the first step to thinking in English. After listening, babies start trying sounds. Not perfect sentences. They copy tones, rhythm, facial expressions, little phrases. They hear parents say things like, actually, obviously, well. And then one day, this tiny toddler suddenly says, well, actually, and it's adorable and funny and a little shocking because it sounds so adult. They don't know grammar rules, they don't sit and study verbs, they just imitate real people. And guess what? Adults can learn the exact same way. Instead of grammar, present perfect, plus have, plus past participle, try copying phrases directly from native speakers. That makes sense. I didn't expect that. Let me think. Oh, I see. Don't translate them. Just use them like kids do. That's how your brain builds natural English, through sound, not through grammar formulas first. Another big thing we can learn from babies is this: they are allowed to make mistakes. No one constantly interrupts them. They keep talking anyway. And that's one huge reason they learn so fast. Now imagine this. What do you think would happen if parents corrected every single word a baby said? They would get frustrated. They would feel embarrassed. They would stop trying. They'd resist or refuse to say that word again. And honestly, adults learning English often feel the same way. Constant correction kills confidence. With my son, I follow one rule. I didn't correct him for the first few years, especially if it was his first mistake or just a small slip. Because here's the magic. Children self-correct. We all do. Our brain has this amazing ability to hear something enough times and then fix it naturally. Sometimes kids get something wrong because they didn't hear it clearly yet. Their ears are still tuning to the sound. Their tongue is still practicing the shape. Or it's just a moment mistake, like a slip of the tongue. And as they get more input, they fix it by themselves, naturally. Later, when my son was older, I started correcting him slowly and gently, but only when it became a repeated mistake, he didn't self-correct over time, or I could hear it was turning into a habit. Then I step in and model the correct version. Oh, you went to the park, right? Not interrupting, just guiding. This keeps learning joyful, not stressful. So adults can follow the same principle. Let yourself make mistakes. Speak first, fix later. Correct only patterns, not every tiny thing. Because fluency comes from speaking freely, not from being perfect every second. And trust me, your brain will correct many things on its own once you get enough listening and speaking practice. And here's another big baby-inspired secret. Babies learn through context, not translation. After all, they can't translate it into any other language. They see the cat, they hear the word, boom, connection made. No extra steps. As adults, we usually do the opposite. We say, okay, what's this word in my language? And that slows everything down. If you can start building meaning directly in English, your brain learns faster. It's like giving your mind a shortcut. By the way, when you expose yourself to English, choose content that feels comfortable at your level, or even just a little easier than your level. If you jump straight into complicated podcasts or fast news channels, you're basically throwing yourself into the Grand Canyon expecting to fly. You'll feel stressed, overwhelmed, frustrated, and then you might lose motivation. Start simple. Start small. Think of kids. They don't begin with Shakespeare. They begin with nursery rhymes, simple cartoons, everyday language. And they enjoy the process. That enjoyment matters. So pick English content that feels safe and pleasant right now. Something you genuinely enjoy listening to. As your brain gets used to the sounds, as your confidence grows, you naturally move up, step by step. That's how babies do it. And honestly, it's such a stress-free way to learn a language. Another huge thing to copy from babies, their whole world happens in one language. They don't switch languages when they play, eat, explore, or imagine. Everything they enjoy is in the same language. So learning never feels like studying. It feels like living. You can do the same, even if you live in a non-English speaking country. Here's what you can do to turn your home into your English sanctuary. Put sticky notes on your things. Mirror, fridge, cup, keys. Switch your phone or laptop to English. Watch videos only in English. Yes, even cooking vlogs or gym tips. Search for answers online in English. Listen to English podcasts while cooking or driving. Read menus, labels, manuals in English when possible. Narrate your actions. I'm making breakfast. I'm getting ready. Make English a natural part of your daily life, not a subject that only lives in a book. And here's the part most learners forget. Do fun things in English too. Whatever you enjoy, make it English. Gaming, switch to English. Love cooking, watch recipes in English. Gym routines, follow English fitness creators. Music lover, learn lyrics, sing along. Yoga, follow an English instructor. Travel videos, watch English travel vloggers. Babies learn the language through joy, curiosity, and play. Not pressure, no stress, not textbooks. So find what you enjoy and explore it in English. When you mix English with pleasure, your brain becomes relaxed, open, and motivated. That's when learning sticks. That's when your neural pathways grow fast. That's when you stop studying English and start living in English. And the beautiful thing? You don't have to leave your country to feel immersed. Immersion is not only a place, it's a habit, an intention. Tiny English moments, small steps, every day. That's how fluency grows. Quietly at first, and then suddenly you realize you're thinking in English without trying. So, what do babies teach us? They teach us to listen first, to imitate before analyzing, to make mistakes proudly, to connect meaning without translation, and to surround ourselves with a language, not just study it. This is how your brain builds English pathways. Slowly, naturally, through repetition and exposure. One day, just like kids, you suddenly realize you are thinking in English without effort. And that moment feels incredible. It feels easy, natural, free. I've experienced that process myself. I've watched my son go through it. And I know you can experience it too. Start small, listen, repeat, live in English a little more each day, and trust your brain. It knows how to learn.